Okay, hello Worldcraft, Redbaron here with Tythus and Reag and Hailphone to talk about the future plugins in Anthos. A huge thanks to them for showing up to give you guys some information. Say hello,
Your
guys.
channel was edited.
Hello.
Sup, yeah?
Is there anything you want to say before we begin asking questions?
Yeah, I've been asked by the administrative staff to issue a warning. I'm notoriously foul-mouthed, so, if that offends you, you might, want to stop
Want to
listening.
swap channels and go somewhere else.
Yeah, sorry.
And I'm the same one.
Okay, to start us off, here's the question. There's been huge controversy over the dilemma that we face a lack of coders. Do you have any plans to combat this, possibly hiring outside help besides our own Worldcraft players?
Well, currently, I'm currently looking for coders. I'm making an active effort to search through people in the community. The problem arises from the fact that everyone I talk to, I want to get a coding example from them, and they just never get back to me.
I see. And you,
So,
Tythus?
Well, it's sort of the same thing as well, or vice versa. They aren't really in it for the community, they're more doing it as a way to get a quick dollar. And there's no way we can afford at the moment to pay hundreds of dollars to random coders.
yeah,
Sorry.
coding's expensive, like really expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a trained software engineer. I make a good buck. I do this for free, and
yeah.
I know
like
that
getting
like, starting sort of salaries like 30 grand a year in pounds, and it's just like we can't pay someone 30 grand a year.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have people from the community who have stepped up to try and help, but it's just like no one who ever like volunteers to do something ever gets around to actually finishing it.
Yeah.
I see, I see. Well, moving on to the next question. What projects do you currently have in the midst that you're going to reveal soon to Northercraft?
Well, currently I'm working on two projects right now. One's on the back burner and one I'm really focusing on. On the back burner, I've been working on this sort of combat plugin, just, see how it would work out for, like for wars and stuff. Something to make Minecraft a little less spam clicky. I'm kind of basing it very, very roughly off of Dark Souls. But it's
where sort of you've got to time your moves and everything's got to be correct, and if you screw up, bad things will happen.
Yeah. But that's on the back burner right now because of like just problems in general. Plus, it's not really that relevant to Lord of the Crafts, seeing as we're an RP server and not a PvP server. But the main thing I'm working on right now is a complete rewrite of D&D 3.5 into Minecraft. I'm trying to make like a sort of optional stats system. So,
That sounds like a new skill system?
basically a new skill system, but unlike the previous skill system, this one's applications are only to RP. It doesn't have any practical effects on the world. It doesn't make you better at killing people. It doesn't make you able to run fast.
Well, it does
jump
in like
higher.
the RP, but like it doesn't specifically make you a better miner or a better
exactly.
So it's like it's not if you like right click someone, like and it will show you like this skill, and you compare skills to other players to see who would do something better, something like that.
It's basically it's just to stop power gamers. So I mean that's the way I see it. It's just to add a little more balance to the game. I mean I always get annoyed when I see Lord Killer von Killenstein, who wields two great swords
and has like 80 bazillion gadgets and can do ninja kung fu and everything.
Yeah,
and he's like 2 months old.
Yeah, because like I mean, you always run into people who do that. So the whole point of this is just to even it out a bit, make it a little more
friendly.
Yeah, so you can't just be, Lord God Mode Almighty. You have to make sacrifices.
And will this be a training plugin? You have to train to level up, or is it going to be something different?
Well, the way I see it,
thoughts we've had on this, the one I've been generally looking at is more like time-based.
Oh.
Well,
So,
the
like,
thing is, I'm very much against forcing players to
yeah,
perform repetitive actions to, advance. The reason behind this is because, well, technically speaking, from a psychological point of view, it is actually fun. I mean, it doesn't sound fun, but like MMOs, it's the same
it's
MMO
more like
principle.
it's more like
But
time spent versus what you get for it. So that can make it fun to a
But like
certain
like the
extent.
grinding thing, I don't like it because I feel like I'm cheating. Like I'm artificially making the game longer and harder than it should be.
Yeah,
So what I'm thinking of is either giving everyone straight off the bat, no questions asked, a few general levels, and then having some bonus like higher levels you need to apply for. So instead of a villain application, you would do an epic character application.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting actually. And well, moving on. There has been talk about a shop plugin that seems to be confirmed by Danny not too long ago. Could you give us information about that? Like, is it an original plugin that you made, or is it something we got off a website?
Yeah. Well,
work in progress.
the thing is with the shop plugin is if we had a second person on board, besides just me coding, we could actually work on it. Right now, we're basically forced to use a off-the-shelf shop plugin, and I'm currently actually fighting with Danny about which one to use.
Yeah, it's still
Because
very much up in the air.
yeah, I mean, personally, I want to go with chest shops. Not be, I mean, they're the least RP, yes, but they're also the fastest and most efficient on the server. So from
And
a pure
also,
perform,
you need an actual space to put your stuff in. You
Mhm.
can't just have this
Yeah.
invisible NPC that carries
Yeah.
a
But
ton.
just from a performance point of view, it's ideal. While Danny is leaning more towards a like there's a item shop that actually displays the items on like little planks, so you can like see them like
Yeah.
spinning around. While it looks really cool, it's very detrimental to server performance, and I'm not quite sure what effect it'll have when we have 150 players online. I mean, when you have like 20, 30, it's no problem, but once
Yeah.
This is
100
something
plus,
that's more of an issue with Minecraft as a whole, because we're
yes.
still limited by that single thread where we can only have so many entities up at some time.
Mhm.
So,
So yeah, like I'm very cautious with my coding and stuff like that. For this very reason, it's also why development is so slow. Because I really don't want to put something on the server that's completely broken. That'll destroy everything.
well, at least you aren't back then. Hey.
Okay.
Uh,
For a more personal question for you, Reeg, many people of Lordercraft don't know you very well. Do you have anything that you want to say about yourself so they can know you a little bit better?
don't fear the squid.
Oh,
I've been playing on Lord of the Craft for ages. I mean, I've been around since Aegis. I actually tried to get code for you guys back in Aegis, but Vac was yeah.
Very anti other
Let's not go
coder.
into that. Yeah, he didn't want other people looking at his stuff, and from what I've seen of his stuff, for good reason.
Yeah.
Um, So, like, literally how I became the coder is Dusk said to me on Skype, "Hey, Vax quit." And I'm like, "Yes!" And that's how I became the coder in like 10 minutes.
I see, I
Literally
see.
10 minutes afterwards.
Well, onto some issues we've been having in Lord of the Craft. There's been a lot of errors about the chunk errors that have been going around, and I know
Oh,
that
that's just.
the build server been plagued by it also. Do you have any information of what's going on? How you gonna fix it?
It's a perfect storm between a coding mistake, a bucket glitch, and a server map corruption. What's happened is there's a glitch in the current version of Bucket where it doesn't always handle the MBT tags correctly. That's like the lore tags. Like the enchantments on things. So if it's a custom enchantment, it doesn't always handle it right. But that's not a big deal. It'll just throw an exception and keep going. If you remember, we used to have a custom items plugin on the server coded by Alec. Now, when Alec originally coded this, this was a piece of genius because this was before Bucket had an interface, a sort of way for us to play with this
Yeah.
easily. So he made his own. I mean, Alec was a brilliant coder, brilliant. So he made his own, right? And then he quit, and then we updated. And when we updated, Bucket changed how it handled that stuff. And what basically happened was every single custom item that Alec made would throw an exception. Now, when these exceptions happened, if they were in item frames, WorldGuard would bug out. And when WorldGuard bugged out, it had no clue what to do, and the chunk got corrupted. So I would have to disable WorldGuard and revert the chunk. And then you get the world corruption. So it's
Yeah.
literally just a perfect storm of all these weird things happening at once. It shouldn't happen again, and as long
Cross
as you
fingers,
don't,
hope to God.
and we got a new custom items plugin up on the server now. This one this one doesn't use like that proto hacking in method that Alec did, because Bucket's made the API to use it now,
Yeah.
and we shouldn't be getting these problems anymore. But just to be clear, if you still have any of Alec's custom items, burn them.
Yeah. If you want your place not to be destroyed.
Well, yeah. Though actually, if you're an Orin, keep them, because I've got a little bit of a running bet with the GM team to see how long it is till the White Roses camp gets a chunk error.
Okay, so on to some Minecraft updates. The 1.5 is fast approaching Minecraft. Do you have any plans to make it easier for both of you to update?
Nothing at all
Whiskey.
at the moment.
Lots of whiskey.
Okay.
The 1.5 update is going to be a nightmare. I'll be honest. As soon as the version for buckets, we get a working craft bucket build for 1.4, 1.5, we're probably going to go down for a while. I'd say it'd be 6 hours. But I say 6 hours, it's going to end up being a week. I'm being honest here. The problem is with every one of these major bucket builds, is they reorganize a lot of things and they change how a lot of things work. If you're
And
only
lots of
running
stuff
one or
gets
two,
like redacted and everything, and therefore it changes.
yeah,
And
depreciated and all sorts of like they change things basically, and you need to spend a lot of time going through. We're running quite a few plugins. We're running, I think, something like 40 plugins right now, and each one
which
of
is
those
nothing
needs to be
still compared to
checked.
some servers I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, HeroCraft runs 80, but each one of those you need to go through those and check each one individually. Does it work? Yes, no. What's broken? Can we fix it? Can we get rid of it easily? Like you have to go through this whole checklist, and it takes time. Not much
Yeah.
you can do
So,
about it.
one thing, for the love of God, don't update your client or keep the Minecraft jar, because
Yeah,
you will need it.
Don't update your client until you know we've updated. And fortunately, Minecraft's good about this now. It shows a little version number next to the server.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't update.
And
I
do you have
mean,
any plans? Vac used to have this like update thing. Do you have any plans to make one of those again? It would automatically whatever, and then
The
go up
main
to.
issue on that is like really the part about legality on the issue.
Yeah.
that, and there's other one available which you can find online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
we might just post that up, although
yeah, it's probably a good idea. I've just been, like I said, I've been really busy. I'm the only one. I do all the sysadministrative work for Live, and I do all the coding, and doing
And
that
I
on
do all the
top of keeping on top of
sysadministration.
my studies is very difficult.
Mm.
So I don't get like what I want to do. For example, right now, what I want to do is I want to sit down and want to keep working on that D&D project, but I just don't have time to do all that and like keep everything working.
Yeah, I
Oh,
see what you mean. And for the last question of the
Fun
day.
fact.
Oh, yeah.
We do have a magic spells plugin on the server right now.
Yeah, that falls into the next question. What future plugins do you have planned for Lord of the Craft, if any?
Magic.
Well, right now, one of the applicants for one of the code positions says he's working on a magic spells plugin. Right now we're using an off-the-shelf plugin, so it has some problems. And while it does a lot right, there's a lot of other things which I really don't like about it. So I'm hoping that maybe this new guy will actually finish this, I'll be overjoyed. We'll get a new coder, and we'll have a better Magix plugin.
To be
Other
honest,
than
as far
that-
as coders, we sort of generally just want someone who will keep a plugin up to date, really.
Exactly.
We're
Yeah.
not
just
exactly.
a plugin.
Yeah.
Is-
I mean, even just a certain plugin, because
Yeah,
it's
so
that
if
less
you
work
can
for
code,
you to do.
seriously, if you can code, please talk to me. I mean, I'm nasty, but if you can code, I'm your best friend.
I've asked you a lot of questions today, and you've answered really good. Actually, I'm sure the people will be impressed with this. But do you have anything else you want to say before we close this off?
Yeah.
The
Look,
back shall
I might
rise.
troll. I might troll a lot and drop anvils on people and make little anvil towers inside the White Roses camp. But what I do take my work seriously. I mean, the reason I do all this is so I can like relax and cool off from all this.
Yeah. Do you have anything to say, Tythus?
No one knows about me. It's annoying.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Tythus is the unsung hero, you know.
I still get compared to I think it's a Tyrion every single time. I want to die.
Definitely. I mean,
Oh.
like I take care of the live, he takes care of the dev. I mean, though I will say, Tythus, what the hell is up with your file structure on dev?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, that's
I
all,
mean,
guys.
seriously.
I would like to thank you, Reag, and you, Tythus, for joining me here today to talk about the plugins and any future updates
Well,
on Lord of the
it's not
Craft.
just death, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, once I finish this D&D plugin, I've got some. I'm thinking I'm gonna focus really hard on professions, or possibly even include professions into this D&D plugin. But those are the big things on the horizon. After that, I've got nothing straight up planned, but I'm sure I'll find something.
Well, thank you, Reag, and thank you, Tythus. And that's all for today. I'd like to remind you guys, the Lord of Craft people, to follow Twitter and like Facebook, where there'll be a plethora of new information coming out. See you guys. Say goodbye.
Later.
Take care.